Welcome to another part of our CSS tutorial. Today I will be going over setting margins to your HTML element. I have this HTML code. If you want, you can pause the video and type this up. And then I also have this style.css. You can also pause and type this up as well. Okay, now that you probably have typed this 2 pages up, this is what my page currently looks like. Now the margin property will create space around your HTML element. If you have a border, then this space will be outside of the border. So I'll add the margin to my p tags. So both my paragraphs will have some margin added. So just write margin and then colon and then the value. I gave it 10 pixels. So save and refresh. As you can see, it added a little margin all around. Also note that the adjacent margins, which are vertically, meaning the top and bottom margins, will be collapsed, which means that the distance of the margin will only be whatever is the maximum of the two margins. The margin won't be the sum. So for example, if for P2 I add a different margin, for example, along with margin you can also have margin top, and then I'll add 20 pixels to the top. So top of the margin, it'll add 20 pixels to paragraph 2. So if you save and refresh, you see that this is 20 pixels. Now if you add 20 pixels to P2 as well, to margin top, margin bottom, so P1 and margin bottom, I'll add 20 pixels. In this case, this distance will not change. If you save and refresh, you see that the objects are not adding any more space. So if you make this 30, for example, then now the objects will move a little bit, as you can see here. So vertically, the margins will be the max of the bottom of the first and the top of the second element. Also, you may have noticed that you can add margins like this to margin bottom and margin top and margin right and left, which will control individual sides of the margins and how much space you want to give. You can also give multiple values to the margin property. So for example, let me just remove this. Over here I had given 10 pixels, so if I save, and this is what it looked like, you can give multiple values as well. So for example, if you give two values, let's say I'll give 20 pixels here, and if you refresh, you see that the top and bottom margin took the first value since it didn't change, and the 20 pixel value was applied to the right and the left hand side. Now if you give three values, like if I give 30 pixels, for example, in this case the top will take the 10 pixel and the right and the left will have 20 pixels and the bottom will be 30 pixels. If you save and refresh, you can see. Now if you give 4 elements, then it adds from the top then going clockwise. So top will be 10, right will be 20, bottom will be 30, and left will be 100. So if you refresh, Here you see the result. I will stop right here and we'll continue with another CSS property in the next video. If you have any question, do ask and leave a comment, and remember to subscribe. Thank you.